play me, just know that I'm not one of them. Feel like I don't know you, don't come around, no invaders them. It's your boy Noto. Come to another video, come to another podcast, man. In today's podcast, we're going to discuss Woman Explains Why Handsome Men End Up With Ugly Women. If you're new here or already been here, go on and click that like button, go on and comment, go on and subscribe, click that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I drop a video. And without further ado, let's go and get into this topic, man. So. This woman, I saw this video on TikTok, she was explaining why handsome men, attractive men, good looking men, whatever you want to use, but they're all not the same, which I'm going to say later on in the video. But she's explaining why we are with quote unquote, end up with quote unquote ugly women. So I'm going to show you this clip and then we're going to come back and chop it up.
Some men always end up with ugly women. All around me, that's what I see. Check around you too. Those handsome men always end up with ugly girls. The reason is simply because handsome men don't chase girls. Girls are always chasing them and they are used to being like that. So when a woman is not approaching or chasing them, they will assume she's not interested. They don't realize that they should be the one approaching the woman and initiating a conversation first. Another reason is that they don't need validation from women because they get it so much. They look more for a woman that treats them well rather than a woman that looks fantastic. Like they focus on the treatment they receive from a woman far more than her beauty because they're already handsome. So with handsome men, they end up with women that chase after them rather than the ones they chase. And they focus on how a woman is treating them more than anything. And those ugly women can be very loyal because they're loyal to looks. If a woman feels like she's punching above her weight and chasing a handsome man, she's going to be very loyal to her man.
You're right. Yes, sir. Ooh, you're right.
So as you can see, that was a very good explanation. Honestly, definitely a good explanation. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play it clip by clip and we're gonna get it point by point right after every point I wanted to make.
The reason is simply because handsome men don't chase girls. Girls are always chasing them and they are used to being like that. So when a woman is not approaching or chasing them, they will assume she's not interested.
Now, as far as assuming that she's not interested because she's not chasing us is like, it's like a, I wouldn't necessarily say that she's just assuming that, you know, that we're just assuming that she's not interested. But at the end of the day, when you get to the point where a woman's not like showing you something, like at least showing you something, of course you're gonna be like, okay, maybe she ain't interested. But she ain't got to be like Chip Skylark chasing us for us to make it seem like, oh, she's not attracted to us, or she's not this and she's not that. Because a lot of women are very like passive when it comes to the men that they're very attracted to. So it gets to a point when you get used to it and you start noticing, you come across a bunch of timid chicks, you come across a bunch of different type of behaviors with chicks, then you'll start noticing, well, okay, yeah, maybe she just a little timid, maybe she just a little, you know, like this. So I wouldn't just say that I will automatically assume that she's not interested, but it will get to the point where you be like, okay, maybe you'll be a little bit on the fence about it, but you ain't really like going into it like that. You know what I'm saying? You be like, okay, like, she all right, but I don't find genuine interest like that. I don't think she's like all that. So I ain't gonna say I'm assuming she's not interested. I'm just not gonna put her at the okay, she won't be type deal. You don't know for sure at that point in time. So I wouldn't just generally just say that. I'm not just going to go for the chick.
They don't realize that they should be the one approaching the woman and initiating a conversation first.
Now, when it comes to approaching the chicks, there's nothing wrong with cold approaching, especially if you want to go for the chick that you want, that you like look at a chick and be like, dang, if I want to go after her and stuff like that. But a big problem that comes is when you end up approaching the chicks that show a big interest in you. And when she shows the big interest in you and you go up to her and she start playing games and stuff, like a lot of guys, they'll end up having a girl that's showing you choosing signals all night. And then you be like, you walk up, you try to make an approach, you talk to her, she started playing hard to get, or start playing acting like, oh, she wasn't looking at you, acting like she wasn't like choosing you and stuff like that. And then that gets to the point where that becomes like a deterrent. So you looking like, man, I don't really want to approach a chick unless she like starting to, and you get to the point where you get to the like you don't want to approach the chicks unless she's doing something outlandish to the point where she like putting herself in your vicinity or like going out of her way to let you know that she wants you. So if it ain't to that point, it's gonna be like, damn, man, I don't think I want to do that. Because you understand, like I done had chicks do that, like act like they don't want you after you go and approach them and try to talk to them and stuff like that. But then after you walk off, and then as you continue to see them, they still showing the same behavior like they want you. They still acting like they want you, still staring at you from across the room, still, watching you like they showing genuine interest in you. So it's like, you know what, that gets to the point where you're like, okay, I'm not gonna keep making these approaches. I'm tired of that. So they're gonna have to show me a little bit more before I give my energy to that situation. So I'm gonna tell you like that right now. It's gonna be a lot of situations like that, and at the tours, a lot of, I ain't gonna say don't cold approach, but I genuinely like to get some type of signal that a chick wants me before I go up to a chick. It's just the way I am. I'm not saying that every guy has to do that, but I feel like it's way better if a chick chooses you. Even if she is an attention seeker, you won't know that until you go up and actually try to make an approach. So I understand that, like, we do realize that, but when you end up getting around these type of chick and they start playing games like that, because I ain't gonna say that the chick don't want you, but then if that's a very immature mindset that they will show. Because I didn't have chicks that actually done that and played games, but I knew for a fact they wanted me. Like on a daily basis, they will show and exhibit behavior that they really wanted me, but they was nervous within themselves. So that does happen. But when you notice that the guys don't know what's going on at that point in time, you be like, damn, this chick probably ain't want me. She playing hard to get. She doing that. She probably could just be so nervous that she trying to just I've noticed chicks like that, and I've actually seen chicks come around like that. Not saying that I'm trying to like groom her into and trying to raise her interest or nothing like that. It's just that when it gets to that point when they nervous around you and stuff, they have to in turn make themselves comfortable around you. And then another thing too, when it comes to these ugly women she's talking about, it's not saying that, okay, we going with extra ugly women. The thing that she's really saying most in this whole thing is that women that you probably wouldn't think that's on your caliber, women that you see yourself next to, you wouldn't think that she should be with a guy that looks like you. So it wouldn't necessarily have to mean that, oh, she's an ugly woman or she's just to be butt ugly, because at the end of the day, we still gonna look with our eyes at the end of the day. But if it's like to the point where a person from the outside looking in probably think that, okay, she's not on his caliber, or you're like, okay, then how she got him, and now she, it'll be that type of situation. So she don't have to be butt ugly for that to happen. She could be like an adjustable 7 for that to happen, depending on your level of attraction when it comes to a lot of people outside of the situation or whatever. It's really just an outward just perception of the whole situation. So it wouldn't say that we end up with ugly women. It just be with women that they wouldn't think that we would be with. You did see what I'm saying?
They look more for a woman that treats them well rather than a woman that looks fantastic. Like, they focus on the treatment they receive from a woman far more than her beauty, because they're already handsome. So with handsome men, they end up with women that chase after them rather than the ones they chase. And they focus on how a woman is treating them more than anything. And those ugly women can be very, 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 very loyal, because they're loyal to looks.
Now this right here is the kicker. This is the kicker right here. Out of everything, like for real, like out of everything, this is the big kicker right here, because cooperation, in my opinion, cooperation can boost a girl up at least 2 points. Cooperation is like huge with me. I love cooperation, and that's not to say that you can only get this from ugly women. You be like, oh no, this, like, but I'm gonna put like this. Rather than dealing with a chick that you be like, oh damn, she's so bad, but you're not getting a level of cooperation. Not saying that it can't happen, but it's a little bit rarer than you would to the chicks that are like, I say 6s and 7s as opposed to 9s and 10s and stuff, because they so used to validation and they so used to men chasing them that the guys that they want to chase probably got to be damn near like superstars and stuff like that. And then they even it's toxic with them as well. They trying to dumb them down. They so busy trying to humble men instead of like trying to treat a man as a man. Not saying all of them are like that, but you commonly see that with chicks of that caliber. But when you get a chick that's like, that may not be what people would think that you should stand next to, but you be like, okay, I like her enough, she cool, but the cooperation is solid, bro. Like, she might be like a 6 or 7, but the cooperation is solid. That'll turn a chick to about an 8 in your eyes. I ain't gonna lie to you. That'll definitely happen. When a chick is at a whole bunch of cooperation, treating you like a king, cooking for you, doing all kind of stuff for you, bro. Like, it gets to the point where that you value the cooperation of, like, okay, over this chick, this chick, she real bad, but like, what is she doing? Like, is she showing me this type of interest? She could be showing interest, but you know, she might be trying to humble you as well. Like, I've been noticing that a lot with chicks that are like very beautiful. Not saying that all of them are like that. I've come across a lot of really cool, beautiful chicks, but I'm just saying like this is kind of rampant when you got a chick that's looking at you from a celebrity type deal, you know, giving you like celebrity treatment, always hitting you up all the time. Like, I'm talking about like buku desire. You see what I'm saying? You get buku desire from chicks that are like 6s or 7s and stuff like that when you get to that point. So it's like, damn. You see what I'm saying? So you be like, you'll be like, bro, you know what? She ain't as bad as this chick over here, but bro, her cooperation is starting to veto that. You can be like, you know what? I don't care about it. I don't even care what nobody say. The cooperation is this. I'm talking about like you get sex on demand, you get everything on demand. It's like no problems here. And I'm not saying that everything gonna be peaches and cream all the time, but her desire level is so high that she's not even gonna do anything to try to mess up the situation. She's not gonna do nothing to try to cause conflict or anything in that situation. So most likely she's gonna be on her P's and Q's 95% of the time. So the fact that you getting so much cooperation, that makes her look so much better in your eyes. You ain't got to worry about too much. So you can be like, okay, she might not look as good as this chick. She could be like a butterface or something like that. You be like, okay, the body look good enough. She might not be like a 10 or something, like, you know, like guys be like walking on the street with, but she don't look like she ain't butt ugly either. You see what I'm saying? So she might not be as bad as these chicks on Instagram and all this and all that, but she can fix up. She not butt ugly, and the cooperation is on 10. Shit, that might as well be an 8 in your eyes. That might well be a 9 in your eyes. To some guys, shoot, that cooperation is something else. A chick that's treating you like a celebrity, a chick that's treating you like a king, over some chick that just like looks extra good, and you be like, okay, I'll sacrifice the treatment and cooperation just to get the looks. You know what I'm saying? She might not be doing as much. She don't cook for me. You know, she might not do this. She might not rub me down. But that chick that's showing you a whole bunch of cooperation, she giving you massages, she cooking for you, she uplifting you. You know what I'm saying? Do all kind of stuff for you. She'll be there when you're sick, be there when you know. Not saying that this won't never happen for a beautiful chick, but I'm telling you now, you like the chick that undeniably desire you really, really bad, bro. That is something else. That's something you can't beat, bro. That's something you can't beat, bro. So in this area, you'll tend to gravitate more toward that, I guess, the ugly chick. I wouldn't say she's ugly, because of course, now some guys might end up going with the ugly chick, but I wouldn't say that she's ugly chick. I really believe it's more so perceived that she's ugly because she's not on the same caliber as the guy that, you know, that she's walking next to. But anyway, on this type of spectrum, bro, like, you want that chick to be very cooperative, bro. The cooperation, going up in cooperation and down in looks, is a major thing a lot of attractive men will do, and you'll notice that. And another thing too, like when you're dealing with a lot of bad chicks, bro, I'm gonna tell you right now, when you're dealing with bad chicks, bro, I've come to a realization: there's no difference between dealing with a bad chick and a regular chick in private, bro. When it comes to like you dealing with two chicks and you smashing two chicks in private. And I told my homie this, and I was thinking, I'm like, this is the realization I came. Now hear me out on this. The only reason I say that is because when you're dealing with a bad chick and you dealing with a regular chick, or I guess an unattractive chick, you would say, in private, it's no difference between, because everything is with dealing with the chick is with you psychologically within yourself. Internal is an internal ego boost when you're dealing with the bad chick in private. You see what I'm saying? You be like, okay, once you wash that out. Once all that go out the way, you be like, okay, you've confirmed to yourself you can get these type of chicks. You can confirm to yourself, like, I can smash these chicks. Okay, cool. Now, once that get out the way, you be like, okay, yeah. And all the star power, you start seeing them as, oh, you up there, oh, she's so bad and all that. Once that wash out, she gonna become like almost like a regular chick to you. And once you get used to dealing with those type of women, she gonna become like a regular chick to you. So what's the difference between hitting that and then hitting another regular chick, I guess, would be viewed as by society, and another chick you would consider unattractive in private now? So you smashing them chicks, okay, you got the ego boost from that chick, okay, you deal with it, okay, I'm smashing her. Now I'll go to smash her, and then I'll go to smash her, but like, it really wasn't that big of a difference. The only difference is when you go out in public with them. You see what I'm saying? You go out in public with the 10 and the 9 and all that stuff like that. Well, I say very, very attractive chick. So, you know, that's subjective. People could view 9s and 10s different way. But I would say a chick that can really like shut the show down. Like I'm talking about like cause car accidents and probably competing in beauty contests and stuff like that. You go out with her, it'll be a major ego boost, but it comes more from external sources. You see what I'm saying? It comes way more from external sources. So you'll get way more attention when you walking with her in public, and when you walk, as opposed to walking with that, I guess, unattractive chick in public as well. But that's the only difference. But when you smashing both of them, you dealing both of them in private, it's really not that big of a difference. The only difference is the validation you get from extra people. You get some extra dap, you get some extra pops. But outside of that, it ain't really nothing different from dealing with a regular chick than dealing with a baddie. Okay, once you get that psychological block out the way, okay, yeah, I can get these chicks, I can get this. Oh, she's so bad, and you get out of that. Oh, I'm trying to show her off type deal, or you lost your little star power of having on a pedestal. But okay, she's so bad, you know, I can get that chick. Oh man, I can't believe I'm hitting this chick. Once you get that out the way, then it all becomes normal at that point in time. You see what I'm saying? So now it's about like you start looking at stuff other than looks. What's more important than the looks? Okay, now you start looking more for substance. That's why the cooperation will veto a woman's beauty at that point in time. You feel okay, she doesn't have to be as beautiful, but this cooperation is up. She might not be you. You'll drop a chick that's real bad over a chick that cooperate for you, for sure. You would. I have. Not like I say, I'm not gonna say you're never gonna find a beautiful chick that's not cooperative with you, that wouldn't do the same things, but it's more rampant to the women that are more regular than to the women that are on your level or up there, up there as in high on the scale and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna tell you that right now, bro. It ain't really that big of a difference. It's about what other people perceive as, and it depends on what you like and what you want in your life, bro. Do you want something with substance? Do you want something where somebody will be there for you, and you chasing out the looks, but you're going down in cooperation but up for looks? Then you got to reevaluate yourself. You see what I'm saying? Because if you going up in cooperation and down in looks, then you're in the right way. But if you're going down in cooperation, up for looks, that means you're not respecting yourself at that point in time. So you gotta understand that. And it's hard to do that. I ain't gonna lie. It's easier said than done. But like I said, you got to get past that psychological block of being like, okay, dang, I can hit that woman. Now I can get this. Not now that you're over the fact that you can get these type of women. Okay, you got that. You're used to dealing with them. They become regular chicks at that point in time. It might take longer than other times for other guys. Some guys not used to having that type of beauty around them. But after that, you'll notice that it ain't too much of a difference, especially when you're dealing with them in private. She come around to the crib and she chilling with, okay, you like to look at her and you smashing her and stuff like that. But I noticed it wasn't that big of a difference once you start seeing that really attractive chick as a regular chick, and you looking at other regular chick as you already looked at as a regular chick, bro. It ain't gonna be that big of a difference. But anyway, she was definitely spot on. I understand why she's saying that they'll end up with ugly women, because sometimes you'll choose that woman with high cooperation. It might not be as high up on the looks, but the cooperation is veto on a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? So she's definitely spot on about that, and there's nothing wrong with doing that, guys. Going up in cooperation, that makes you show that you got self-respect for yourself. If she shows you a whole bunch of cooperation and you chasing after a chick that don't want you, ain't showing you no cooperation, that means you don't have respect for yourself, because you're gonna let her treat you any kind of way. You see what I mean? But anyway, it's your boy Noto, coming to you another video, coming to you another podcast, man. If you're enjoying the content, go on and click that like button, go on and comment, go on and subscribe. Click that notification bell so you be notified whenever I drop a video. And remember, guys, anybody can improve themselves, they want to work at it. I'm out.
I'm chillin', I really ain't worried about niggas. I promise I keep it a Hakuna Matata. Even though niggas be looking and sounding like me, that boy Morris said I'm not the father. Swear I'm a dog, get vicious when I'm irritated. I might need a shock on my collar. Don't got a filter, just keep it straightforward. I play my position, Andre Iguodala. Ain't no exposing me, I get in D, hit a ovary. Don't even go down that road with me. And if a chicken obsessed, I don't need it. I want that Miss Parker with Professor Ogilvy. Bitch ain't no testing me, none of these bitches be stressing me. Capping like they got the best of me. If she go off and get with another man, really she still gon' be thinking about sexing me. Done with these bitches, let's get to the paper. One piece of the pie, still out on the merit. Chasing that money, Coyote Road Runner, ain't doing no talking, just like Tom and Jerry. Ain't no beef or no drama, it won't make no money to me, it's just unnecessary. But if I'm pushed, I'm gon' have to crash out on a nigga, and then I'ma call up as Gary.